Welcome back to the channel Tarot Yogi. I'm Vinit. I read tarot intuitively, and today we're doing another timeless pick a card reading on what is your current reputation. So we have three piles to choose from. Pile number one, we have the Joan of Arc. Pile number two, we have Kali. And pile number three, we have Persephone. So take a minute, see what pile is being called to you intuitively. The description box below will have the timestamp for your pile. And again, remember, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So if you want a private reading, definitely reach out, and I'll see you guys in your reading. Thank you. Hey, pile number one, if you chose the Joan of Arc card, this is going to be a reading on what is your current reputation. So angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, help me tap into what is pile number one's reputation. So we'll take the sirens as a sign, you know, you're clearly being talked about a lot, pile number one. We'll see what is pile number one's reputation. What is pile number one's current reputation? What's all the buzz about? Thank you for the guidance and the clear, concise, accurate messages, spirit, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, star family. Thank you. Okay, pile number one, we have the Emperor, 10 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, 9 of Swords, King of Swords, 7 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. So a lot of messages here, pile number one. You're definitely being spoken about a lot. I think people are really talking about how you have stepped into more of your masculine energy, how you're focused on doing things. And I feel you have dealt with a lot of people who had backstabbed you, betrayed you. You know, I think these are people that you really put your trust in that you probably shouldn't have. But, you know, you've definitely learned from those lessons of never learning to trust a narcissist again, you know. So I'm picking up that you've let go of a lot of narcissistic energies, and what is really being spoken about you here and what your reputation here is, people are really talking about how you've let go of burdens or people in your life who are very, very burdensome. You know, I think you have really struggled with boundaries, and I think the biggest lesson here for you was boundaries, you know, and people are really talking about how conservative you've become with your time. And I know it's really difficult to do that, especially when you're an empath, and I'm sensing that you are an empath here. You know, so there has been a lot of painful cycles that you have ended, and people are really talking about that. People are really talking about how you're sitting pretty on your throne here, like the Emperor card, you know, and how you've become very selective about who you choose to hang out with, who you know, want to spend your energy on. And let me tell you, that is great, you know, so keep doing this. And people are also talking about how you seem really happy with a new partner, or even if you don't have a new partner yet, just know that a new partner is coming. You're very much in the process of manifesting that. People are also talking about how you weren't always like this. You know, you were someone who would probably lose sleep because they were just very hurt, you know, but people are really talking about how you've taken time off. You know, you could also be in isolation, and you're really spending some time getting to know yourself, you know, and that is the best investment that you can do, pile number one. Let me say that. People are also talking about how you're not afraid anymore to communicate your needs, how you're not afraid to speak the truth. You know, the King of Swords, he wields the sword of truth here, so to speak, and that's what you're doing. And people are really talking about how you don't care about ruffling feathers anymore. And people are also talking about your spirituality here. So I don't know, I'm sure not everyone in this pile is open about their spirituality, but you know, if you talk about your spirituality, people are definitely talking about that. And what is also being said here is that people see how truly connected you are with the divine. So I really just want you all to know that the worst is over and you're very much in the process of starting a whole new cycle for yourself, you know, which is very well deserved. So keep doing this, you know, keep manifesting what you want, and people are seeing that you're working towards your goals, you know, you're very much collaborating with spirit over here. And let me tell you, that is the best collaboration anyone can ever have, you know, because you have protection and guidance of the highest order. So people are also talking about your intuition here and how you're just following your own calling. And people also see that you're very, very guided here, you know. So people really see the amazing bond that you have here with your ancestors, your angels, your spirit guides, your starseed family, you know. And what people are really saying about you now is perhaps you were someone who really feared things, you know. You would probably water yourself down just to fit in and just, you know, just to make other people feel comfortable and happy. And finally, you're not doing that anymore. And people are really talking about this, you know. And a lot of people are saying that this is a good thing, and people who, you know, would abuse you are obviously not seeing this as a good thing, right? So it's good regardless, is what I'm trying to say. People are also talking about how you're not afraid to go into places that you were perhaps afraid to go into, you know. So I'm sensing a lot of creative energy, you know. You could be my creatives, you could be my content creators, my tarot readers, or, you know, you could just have a very creative business over here. So people are talking about how you're not afraid of taking risks, and, you know, despite feeling the fear, you're just charging forward, you know. So you're very much in your action-oriented masculine energy right now, which is great, you know, because you're making things happen. You're not waiting for an opportunity to come to you, you know, you're creating it for yourself. So, and I think a lot of y'all may have also gone through a glow up very recently. So people are talking about how you have a lot of romantic options. And what I'm really getting here, it's a bit gossipy, you know. So people may even say that you're sort of promiscuous, which you're not, you know. I think you're very focused on your job, you know. I don't even think you have the time to indulge in random people's DMs here, so to speak. So, but people really see that you perhaps have a lot of options, you know. So I'm picking up some jealousy over here also. And obviously these are people who don't have the best intentions in your heart. And I think you will know who this is in your life, because we have 10 of Swords behind. So, you know, this is someone who has betrayed you, backstabbed you. You will know exactly who this is in your life. But people are really seeing how truly independent you are, how you don't need anyone. And let me tell you, this has affected a lot of people's egos. You know, people have very fragile egos. And we have the Joan of Arc archetype, you know, which says faith, which really ties in beautifully with the Three of Pentacles, you know, where you're really collaborating with spirit. And I just really want you all to know that you are natural born leaders, and you may not feel that way about yourself, but you truly are. And you really have to know this, you know. I think you are the kind of person who just wants to get through the day, you know. You don't mind helping people, but you don't derive a sense of self from, you know, being in power. You know, you don't give a damn about that. But let me tell you, that is exactly the perfect formula for a great leader. And, you know, we have too many narcissistic leaders right now. We have too many fascist governments just running amok in the whole world right now. So we really need compassionate, empathetic leaders like you. And Joan of Arc was exactly that. You know, she had a vision, and she warned people of the vision, you know. So you could very much be a tarot reader or a messenger of some kind, you know. You could like read weather forecast or read the news, you know. But people are really seeing how you're wielding the sword of truth over here. And your reputation is basically of a martyr, just like Joan of Arc, you know. You're sort of, you're not afraid of suffering anymore. And what is happening here is you realize that your life has a greater purpose. You know exactly where you're being led, and that may not make sense to a lot of people. So I just want you to know that please go on. You know, keep striving for your vision over here. Your vision is coming on very, very strongly. You know, so don't give up, and don't ever settle for garbage. You know, so keep keep striving to be the best version of yourself, because this is going to be a great cycle for you going forward. And people are seeing that. You know, what I'm really picking up here is people are basically just threatened of the potential that you have, you know. So keep doing what you're doing, because you're doing a great job, pile number one. Let me say that. You're really, really, really doing a great job over here. And eventually what happened in Joan of Arc was she was sort of martyred, you know. And I think historically when Christianity sort of went for a downhill toss, you know, and there were other leaders who sort of crucified Joan of Arc, and people are really talking about how you don't mind martyring yourself to your own vision and your own cause. And your own cause and your own vision is divinely guided. You know, so people are really talking about how much in alignment and how tapped in you are, you know. And I feel a lot of y'all will eventually make your own spiritual systems, you know. So keep going. You're very much being a pioneer over here, you know. And there will be glory. You will experience a lot of glory through all the suffering that you've gone through. And I feel a lot of y'all feel very foggy right now. You don't exactly know what is happening, and you don't exactly know where you're going, but just keep at it, you know. Keep moving forward, because you will get there. And there is a reason why only you have the vision and other people don't, right? Only Joan of Arc had the vision here and not anyone else in that city country. So because and so don't try to put self-limiting beliefs on yourself, because that is something that will get in your way. You know, I feel the worst for you is truly over, and now you're finally following your true calling, which is a very big deal. Let me say that to you, you know. So keep striving forward, because you're almost there. I feel you're very much almost there. You're already the emperor, you know. You're already the boss. You're already the leader, and you will lead with compassion, and you will lead with love. And I just know that, you know. And you're not afraid anymore, you know. People are really talking about how you don't have fear anymore. And I think I said earlier, you know, you perhaps had fear and you were sort of watering yourself down just to not upset people. Yeah, people pleasing basically, you know. So don't ever people please, only please yourself, and, you know, please the divine. So that's what's really being spoken here, you know. And there's definitely a ghost from your past who just can't keep your name out of your mouth. And let me tell you, you know you're doing something right when you have a few haters, you know, because there's no point in being liked by everyone. I don't want to be liked by everyone. I know I'm not for everyone. And you know, I feel you also have a very individualistic persona and energy, you know. So just keep committing to being yourself, because that is your superpower over here. And don't ever give up on your faith. And I always say this on my channel about faith, you know, whether you're religious or not, whether you're spiritual or not, you know, you earn your faith. You never have blind faith. Never just do something because someone tells you. Even me, you know, you make your choice and your decisions at the end of the day, you know. So have earned faith, and I feel you really have earned your faith here. So you may be tested at times over and over again, but just know that that is temporary, and you will very well succeed. And you know, you are basically a trailblazer is what I'm getting here. Shuffle some oracle. What is pile number one's reputation here? Anything I missed, Spirit? What is pile number one's reputation? Okay. Few cards flew. Just keep them. Okay. So we have card number 35, 52, 21, and 27. So people are really talking about, I feel a lot of y'all have some psychic abilities, and I've done a psychic abilities reading on the channel, so you may want to check that out in the Timeless Pickacard playlist. But people are really talking about your magical powers, your manifestation abilities. People are talking about how you go through extreme transformations, and even when things don't work out for you, they sort of do, you know. So people are really talking about how favored you truly are over here. and how, you know, basically God and the universe has your back. You know, God and universe is your sugar daddy, basically. And people are really talking about your resilience over here. People are really saying that, and I think these are people from your past who have actually seen you go through things, and they're really talking about how you've really made it through without losing yourself, you know. And have you just not bothered anymore about the past? You know, you're sort of forgetting the past over here, and you're really releasing your past. You're letting things go, you know. And I feel these are people from your past. You know, these are your ghosts from the past who can't bear how you have transformed. You know, I think people are even jealous of your struggles over here. So keep doing what you're doing, and just know you have heavy angelic protection and guidance with you right now. You know, you must be seeing a lot of feathers just randomly anywhere, everywhere, inside the house, outside the house, you know, stuck to your earphones. So just know that you're very, very protected. And how would you live your life if you knew you were truly protected? You know, so start living like that and let go of a lot of anxiety, because I feel a lot of y'all are very anxious. So there's nothing to fear. You know, you're going to, this is your victory lap, so just enjoy this thoroughly. Pile number 1. Yeah, so that's all I have for pile number 1. Again, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. If you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Pile number 2, if you chose the Kali card, this is going to be your reading on what is your current reputation. The card's already falling out of my hands, so see. Alright, what is pile number 2's current reputation? Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, star family, help me tap into what is pile number 2's current reputation. Thank you for all the amazing and accurate messages to help us heal and guide us. We are very grateful. Thank you, Spirit, Angels, Ancestors, Ascended Masters. What is pile number 2's current reputation? Okay, very interesting. We have 2 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, the Hermit, the Lovers, 9 of Cups, Strength, the Emperor, Ace of Wands, Magician. So we have 2 9s. 9 may be very significant for you, or you may have a life path number 9, or your birthday is on the 9th month or the 9th date. And we have the Hermit, which is also 9, so 999. So what are people really talking about you is, and we have the Kali card, so I feel you've gone through something very intense, and I would say it was rather public, you know. So maybe it was a breakup, maybe it was some sort of betrayal, maybe it was something regarding money, but it's going to be different for everyone in this pile. But what people are really talking about is how you're sort of overcoming your fear over here. And I feel a lot of y'all are my single mothers, or even if you're not, you know, you're probably someone who does multiple jobs, you know. So people are really talking about how good you are at balancing multiple things and keep things going. You know, what I'm really picking up here is people are really talking about how graceful you are through some very painful and unnecessary experiences, you know. And I feel a lot of y'all may even be insomniacs in this file, so please get some sleep. And people are really talking about how you have isolated yourself, you know. I'm getting very popular loner energy over here, you know. You've become very selective about who you give your time to. You've become very selective about who you do what with, you know, and that's a great thing to be, you know, that's a great place in your life to be at. And people also, you have a reputation of having a very dualistic nature to you. You know, you're very loving, you're very compassionate, but you're not afraid of cutting people out when you truly realize that they're no longer serving your greatest and your highest good, you know. And people are talking about how you've let go of a lot of things and you're just focused on taking action and not waiting for opportunities but making them, you know. And I feel for a lot of people in this relationship who have a partner, people are also talking about your partner. You know, you may be with someone who's very affluent or someone may be older, you know, so there's definitely talks on that, you know, but it doesn't matter, you know. You don't need to be bothered about that, you know. It's just petty gossip from people who are really jealous of you. And what people are, you have a reputation of really overcoming your fears, you know. You're not someone who gets stuck for a very long time, even if you go through something very, very bad, and that is your reputation. You know, you have this very warrior goddess kind of energy to you, and people are really talking about how you're resilient through it all. You know, you somehow manage to pull yourself out of a very horrible situation in a way that it does benefit you. You know, so people are really talking about how lucky you are, but you know what, I'm getting that Nikki line, you know, I'm not lucky, I'm blessed. Yes. So it's giving very that, you know. So people are really talking about how you're really favored by the divine, and how even something that, you know, wasn't supposed to work out for you has worked out for you. And I think this is in the context of all the people that have just left your life, you know. And you know, we tarot readers, we love to say rejection is protection, because it truly is, you know. And I feel a lot of people in your life are being tested as to see whether they would ascend with you, you know, because you're very much ascending over here. You know, you must be going through a very crazy spiritual awakening is also what I'm getting. That is why you're isolating yourself. So keep isolating yourself, you know. You will get the necessary answers that you need right now. And even if you feel fear, which I think a lot of you all do, you know, and I think your fear stems from your childhood, you know, and everything right now in your life is just a manifestation of a deeper fear that you've held as a child, you know. So you're very much being triggered right now to heal, and people can see that, you know. And I think there have been a lot of people who underestimated you, you know. I'm sensing a lot of underdog energy over here, you know. So definitely have been people who have really tried to underestimate you, and people are basically shook, you know. You're really shaking up people's world over here. And I think you're naturally someone who wouldn't really go out there, you know. You don't really care about validation, attention, things, you know, along those lines, and you're very focused on your own thing. And I think what is happening here is people thought that you would never really show your authentic self, and I'm getting that you have a lot of copycats, you know. You have a lot of people who mimic you, and just take that as flattery, you know. Just take that as you're doing something right, you know, because if someone is so invested in trying to mimic you instead of being themselves, you know, that's just like a crazy stan, you know. That's just a crazy Twitter stan, right? And people also talking about how you're not bothered by the things that you used to get bothered about, you know. I think you're someone who when hurt, you know, you will go through your grief, you know. You will probably make a lot of ruckus about it, but once you get over it, you're over it. You know, your cutoff game is very, very strong, and this is what people are really talking about. People weren't expecting you to cut them out, basically, you know. And what I'm getting here is your kindness is really taken for weakness. And you know what? It's their loss, the people who lost you, because you were the blessing all along, you know. They were riding off you. You know, you were the blessing, you were the prize. But, you know, and people around you thought that they could get something better, and, you know, they're really miserable right now, let me say that. And I feel it's a lot of, I think perhaps it's just 1, 2 or 3 people in your life, you know. It's a gang of people who have all this negative things to say, but you also have a good reputation here. And just know that even if people are like throwing dirt on your name, people around them are finally realizing that they're just highly jealous. You know, they haven't integrated their shadow and they're just projecting basically, and no one is really believing the lies and the rumors this person is spreading, you know, and people are just looking at this person funny and sideways, you know. So I just want you to know that you're very, very protected and no real harm will come to your reputation, you know. So keep following your true north, because I feel a lot of y'all are following your north node and it's not easy. When you start following your north node, a lot of people that you thought would have your back stop having your back, you know. And this is exactly why you have been put on earth, you know, to follow your north node. And I feel you have let go of a lot of karmic baggage too. And for my people who practice witchcraft, people are definitely talking about how you're a very powerful magician, mage, or a witch. You know, people are really talking about your spirituality. Or, you know, you have a reputation of being someone who's very, very spiritual. And people are also talking about your intuition here, you know. I would say we have very similar messages to pile number 1. If you feel attracted to pile number 1, you want to check it out. And I think you have also gone through a physical glow up, or just know that you will go through a physical glow up if you haven't. You know, so people are also talking about how you have a lot of suitors, and what your reputation is truly here is you always get what you want, even though you don't see it always, you know. So you have a reputation of being someone where even if something horrible happens to you, it still works out for the best for you, you know. So I feel right now is not the time for you to bypass any of the lessons. You know, you may feel that you're just too old and you should be further ahead in life. I just want you to know you are exactly where you need to be, and the next chapter of your life is going to be very, very fulfilling because you have built it from ground up. You know, you have taken the necessary action. You haven't complained. You haven't blamed anyone. You're very strong, you know. You're on to the next. You're never looking back, you know. So keep being in this amazing energy. And people are also talking about how you always get your wishes fulfilled and how you're a great manifestor. So, you know, if you're not taking moon cycles seriously about manifesting, please start. You very much have the power to get anything and everything you can desire, think of, conjure in this world, you know. So the only thing limiting your manifestations is you and the limiting beliefs that you have placed upon yourself, you know. So the more you let go, and you know, Kali is all about, yeah, we'll take that siren as a sign, you know. So there is a lot of buzz about you, and what people are really, really saying here is you're not afraid anymore. You're not afraid to rattle the cage, so to speak, you know. And I feel that you feel you didn't deserve a lot of the things that happened to you, but I think you will come to a place where all of it will start making sense to you, you know. And people are also talking about how you integrated your shadow, or you're very much in the process of integrating your shadow. And if you are, you may definitely want to check out the 2 shadow work readings I've already done on the channel. You know, that would be very, very helpful for you, I feel, pile number 2, because you're very much integrating those parts of yourself that people told you were not nice, not acceptable, not lovable. You know, you're really reparenting yourself, and that is your reputation, you know. So you do have even good people talking about you, you know, people who genuinely wish the best for you, who have the right intentions towards you. So keep doing what you're doing, you know, keep rattling the cage, so to speak, over here. But you're definitely ending some crazy cycles, you know, and I get it, it's not fun. It's really no fun. There's no way to sugarcoat it, you know. And we keep it very real on this channel. So just know that the worst is truly over for you, and you will get to a much happier place in your life. Shuffle some oracle. Anything I missed here, Spirit? What is... Okay, one more card. we have 35 and 51. So you definitely have a reputation of being loved by the universe, being loved by God. You know, God is your sugar daddy, the universe is your sugar daddy, so to speak. People definitely see that you have angelic protection and around you. You know, you're very much being guided to get to where you need to be. And people, like I said, you know, even when things don't work out for you, they do work out for you. You know, so people are really just mad even of the struggles you have, you know, so you're very happening. Even though you may not see yourself like that, let me tell you, you are the it girl, you are the it boy, you know. And what people are really talking about right now about your reputation is how all the suffering that you've gone through has just purified you and put you exactly where you need to be right now, you know. So people are really seeing that if you haven't already started a new start, people see that you're moving towards a new start where, you know, you're just letting go of everything that has truly burdened you and not let you live your authentic true life happily. You know, people really see that you're moving towards your happiness, your genuine real happiness. And I feel a lot of people who are single in this pile, just know that you have an equal coming in. You know, you will be attracting an equal, and you won't have to settle for just crumbs or just dust or just garbage on the road, you know. So be patient is what's fair to say. But I just want you to know that you're highly protected. No one can hurt you, no one can touch you, you know. So you may have traces of anxiety, fear, you know. I feel your security was really fucked with, to be very honest, and that can be messy, that can be very messed up. And just know that the worst is over, and you have been loved all along, and you have been protected all along, and you do have heavy angelic protection right now. No one can do anything to you. You know, even if someone has paid for black magic, whatever, evil eye, it is being sent back to them tenfold. You know, and I think you will eventually see these people be exposed in your life, you know. Yeah, but keep shining, because you are shining right now. You know, you definitely have a glow about you. Yeah, so that's all I have for pile number 2. Again, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. If you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Number 3, if you chose the Persephone card, this is going to be a reading on what is your current reputation. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended master, star family, help me tap into what is the current reputation of my pile number 3s. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended master, star family, thank you so much for these accurate messages and guidance, and always showing us the way when we need it the most. What is pile number 3's current reputation? What are people saying about my pile 3's? Okay, pile number 3, we have the 8 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, the Lovers, Queen of Swords, 4 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, 9 of Cups, Knight of Cups, and we have the 9 of Swords. So a lot of 9s again. You may be attracted to pile number 2, you may want to check that out. But you have a reputation of being a hard worker. You could be a Virgo, or you could have any prominent Virgo placements. Or you could have Sagittarius in your chart, or any Sagittarius prominent placements, or even Aries. Also getting Gemini, Aquarius, Libra over here. And people are talking about how hard you work. You have a reputation of having an impeccable work ethic. People are really noticing how diligent you are with the kind of work you do and how consistent you are. And I think you understand the importance of delayed gratification and not needing constant validation. You know, you're a very strong person inside out. Pile number 3, and this is what people are really talking about here. And I feel a lot of y'all may have lost weight, put on weight recently, but you have gone through some sort of glow up, or if it hasn't happened yet, it is going to happen. I have a timeless pickacard reading on your next glow up. You may want to check that out. But people are really talking about how attractive you are right now. You know, I feel a lot of people have their eyes on you. You may be in the public eye in some shape, way, or form. Or you could have a very popping Instagram or something, you know, but you definitely have a lot of eyes on you. So keep doing what you're doing, you know. And I don't even think you're very bothered. I think you're just focused on your work. I feel a lot of y'all have online businesses, but you're choosing to be very focused on your work. And I feel you've had a lot of narcissistic individuals, friends, lovers, even family members, and people are really talking about how you're so quick to cut people out. And I feel these are the people who didn't expect to be cut out from your life. And you know, I feel you're very kind, but when you're rubbed the wrong way, you know, there's no one worse than you. And this is your reputation, and let me tell you, this is the very cool reputation to have, you know. So you're definitely the it girl, you're the it guy happening, you're very happening right now, you know. And people also, you have a reputation of just really cutting people out, you know. That is really coming off very strongly. So I'm sure there are days when you guilt yourself into believing that you should have settled, but let me tell you, I'm glad you didn't settle, because you deserve more. You deserve so much more. And people are really, you have a reputation of someone, and people are saying this, you know, you're not afraid to take time off for yourself, you know where to invest when. And I feel a lot of y'all are being very guided, you know. I feel your ancestors are really coming through very strongly in this reading. You may be seeing a lot of feathers, you may be seeing a lot of crows, birds, but just know that keep doing the hard work and keep investing, you know, because you're very close to achieving your goals, and people can see that, you know. And you there is a faction, you know, you have people who are genuinely happy for you, you know, the people who genuinely want you to do your best, and you know, they really feel you deserve it. But that you do have certain people, and I feel these are the people you truly like. I feel this is the garbage dumpster that you left back in your past, you know. And these people are just not having it, you know. These people are very jealous, very envious, and they're saying all kinds of lies on your name. But I just really want you to know that people are finally not even believing what this person has to say, you know, because people are understanding that it is just projection, and it is just this person's insecurities. You know, I feel this person from your past is trying to paint a certain narrative and trying to villainize you, trying to demonize you. You know, Persephone, at the end of the day, she is the queen of hell, you know. And like, she looks so badass over here. She looks really badass. And people are really, and this person, I think this person truly also lacks self-awareness, because this person is not realizing that people can see through their insecurities, and they can actually see that they're jealous, and you're actually a great individual, you know. And I feel, especially if you're in the public eye, you know, people may just come to your page or something, and may just see you, and you know, they would sort of think to themselves that something is not adding up here, you know. So this person who's talking shit about you is just basically exposing themselves, and just know that you will get justice in this situation. This person will get exposed. But you have a reputation of, again, being someone who gets their wishes fulfilled, you know. And I'm picking up some insomnia here, because you may be staying up, you know, because you're hurt, or you're just trying to process things. But give yourself the necessary sleep. Sleep is very important. And I know a lot of people are probably watching my videos late night, and I really appreciate that. But please get your sleep, because I'm just 25, but the older I get, I realize how important my sleep is, because I cannot function anymore the way I used to, just being up all night when I was like 19, 20, you know. I need to be in bed on time. So I would really recommend to maybe try some melatonin if you're really struggling with insomnia, you know. So get sleep. Spirit is saying get sleep over here very strongly. But people are really seeing that you're completing some very painful cycles and you're very much at the verge of something new. And I think a lot of you all need to be very mindful of your sleep right now, your diet right now, you know, eat good. And just really acknowledge and value the cycle, your own personal life cycles, you know. And what I'm really also getting here is this is a very transitional phase in your life. All the horrible things you went through are not going to last very, very long. And even this period of transition is important for you. So acknowledge that and value that, because you're learning something very, very important right now, you know. And just give yourself the space to integrate these difficult lessons, because you know you are very strong, and you know you go about as if nothing happened and you keep it moving because you're so focused on your work. You know, you could be a Capricorn, but what I'm really getting here is you do need to, you know, pull brakes at times and just give yourself the space for things to unravel within you. You know, because when you go through something painful, it takes time to truly integrate it into your own personal reality, you know. So you're definitely on a healing journey, you know. And I feel a lot of you all practice magic in this pile. You know, you could be my tarot readers, my astrologers, my witchy babes, my magicians, my wizards. So people also, you definitely have a reputation of being like a spiritual baddie is what I'm getting here. You know, so keep being a spiritual baddie, and just know that you're very, very guided on your spiritual path. And I feel a lot of y'all may even be called to up your spiritual game. So please do that. You know, use all the hatred that is being sent to you and use it to fuel yourself. Because you have the stuff it takes to go all the way over here. But I think a lot of y'all don't have clarity. You know, I feel a lot of your own vision is very, very clouded. But I just want you to know your third chakra is activating. And you will get clarity as you keep doing things. So don't stop doing things over here. That is very, very important. People are also seeing that you very much have the reputation right now, and what people are also saying is you're taking your power back. You're becoming more confident, you're becoming more efficient, and you're becoming better. You know, I feel a lot of you all are content creators, so people are also seeing that your content is getting much, much better over here. You know, so keep striving. You know, keep putting in the hard labor, keep putting in the work, because it is going to pay off in a very grand way. And you may not see this right now, but it is happening. Let me tell you. Your ancestors are working overtime behind the veil to get you what you want. And for my singles in this pile, I feel you've only been in karmic relationships until now, and you never know what true love is in karmic relationships. You know, it's only after it's over do you realize that, oh, you know. So I just want you to truly know that you will attract, and by that what I mean is I think you're very individualistic, you know. You're very you, and there is no one like you, and you're not meant to have a partner who's just like a normie, is like a normal person, you know, like a mugger, so to speak, you know. You're going to attract a very individualistic individual just like you, you know. I'm getting very twin flame energy, so just know that your soulmate, your twin flame is very much coming into your life. So just keep doing what you're doing, and you will meet that person on this path. Spirit is really, really saying that. And you won't have to settle in this relationship. You won't have to overextend. You won't have to people please, you know, because you will only meet this person. This is not a love reading, but you will only meet this person when you finally feel complete within yourself. You won't be coming together to complete each other. Please remember that. And don't give up on what you're doing. Don't ever get very comfortable and stuck. You know, keep putting in the hard work that you're putting in. Keep striving to get better, because you're meant to do that in this life. You're meant to be a grandmaster of some sort. You know, in whatever you do, it's going to be very different for everyone. Not everyone is spiritual in this pile, you know. You could have a very worldly job. Just know that you will be CEO one day. You definitely have it within you. And people see this, this is your reputation. I'm sure you've probably had a lot of people just tell you that, I do see you do great things. I'm getting a very prodigious energy over here. And I feel there are also a lot of people trying to mimic you, but it is impossible to mimic you, because let me tell you, people can copy your hair, people can copy your makeup, what you wear, how you talk, how you move, but no one can copy your energy. And people can tell when it's fake and it's not real, so don't be worried about any of this horrible gossip being said to you. And I feel you're being protected from this also, so just know that it's really inconsequential, and you are basically the shit by number 3. So just keep doing what you're doing, because you're very, very, very close to getting everything you've always wanted. Yeah. Shuffle some oracle. Anything I missed here, Spirit? Any additional messages? What is pile number 3's current reputation? Flip, twin take card. We have card number 16, 44, and 37. So, a lot of karma is coming through in this reading, so just know if you have been truly wronged, people will pay, and people will pay in ways they could never imagine. So you will get your justice, the scales of justice will be rebalanced. You will be given everything you deserve. And the message for you over here is, don't overwork yourself, don't burn yourself out. Think about consistency, think about longevity. Think about how you can keep getting better at what you're doing and not burn out, and keep doing more, and sometimes more is less, like less is more is what I'm trying to say, sorry. So, and I feel at times you may have certain anxieties, fears about yourself that may bother you. Acknowledge it, accept it, so you can change it, so you may want to check out the shadow work reading on my channel. I've done 2 of them, which I'm really proud of. So if you want to integrate your shadow, please definitely check out the shadow work reading in the Timeless Pickacard playlist. So keep doing what you're doing, and truth will be really revealed, and I feel you are the truth. I feel when you speak truth, there is resonance in other people, and I feel a lot of y'all may even be channelers, because you always just know, you always have the answers, and you always know what to say to whom at the given time, So, and people are also talking about your wit over here, you could be very, very witty. So people really admire that, you're coming off as someone who's very, very attractive right now, because you're doing what you have been put on this earth to do. So keep striving, keep doing that, keep giving it your all. Yeah, so that's all I have for pile number 3s. Again, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. If you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you.